and welcome to the September 29th, 2025 meeting of the Town of Mendon Board of Assessors pursuant to the Governor's July 16th, 2023 Act relating to extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, Mass General Law, Chapter 38, Paragraph 20. The Board of Assessors will be using remote participation for this meeting. The audio is being recorded and will be posted to the town's webpage as soon as possible in accordance with keeping the public informed of actions during this meeting. At this time, a roll call attendance vote will be taken. Board Member Kenneth O'Brien, are you present?
I am.
Board Member David Kersey, are you present? No, he's absent. Board Member Kevin Rudden is present. First item on the agenda is to approve the minutes of July 14th, 2025. Mr. O'Brien, have you had a chance to read them?
Yes, sir. And I have no changes, so I would like to make a motion to accept the minutes as printed.
Okay, I will second that. We need a roll call vote since we're online. Mr. O'Brien?
Aye.
Mr. Rudden, aye. Next item on the agenda is Chapter 61A liens. For those who do not know, Chapter 61A involves farmland and agricultural protection, and anybody that is taking advantage of that, we put a lien on their property.
Why? Sir?
To protect the town's interest in it, in the property.
I'd like to make sure that it's not sold without
the town getting noticed.
Yeah.
Getting notice of it. So we have, how many are there?
There's two.
We have an amended lien for Forest Brook Farm LLC located at 3 and 7 Tower Road. Total land to be under Chapter 61A is 18.08 acres. This lien is to amend the lien recorded where 7 Tower Road, which is 2.102 acres, was inadvertently left off. Mr. Bryan, do you care to make a motion to approve the lien?
So made.
Okay, I'll second. All in favor, Mr. O'Brien?
Aye, aye.
Mr. Rudden says aye. That makes it unanimous. You're the Ms. Bates, you are the notary, so we may sign in front of you.
Yes, you may.
All right.
Okay, this statement is made on the 29th day of September. Should I fill that in?
Yes, please.
Okay, the 29th day of September. (2025) and this is Chapter 61A. You didn't do the little box. Oh, you did do the box. Okay. And I will sign, and then Mr. O'Brien can sign. And then we have a second one, but I'll wait till you sign the first one, Mr. O'Brien.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, the second one is for 18 Lovell Street, Mendon, 3.3. Is this in addition to their land they already?
Into the land that they have already.
Okay, just so people know,
No.
you need a minimum of 5 acres. This is the land owned by Cornelius and Susan Vandervalk. 18 Lovell Street. They're adding an additional 3.340 acres. Mr. Bryan, do you have a motion to approve?
Sure do.
Okay.
I move that we accept the motion as read.
I will second that. All in favor, Mr. O'Brien
Aye, aye.
and Mr. Rudden, aye. Okay.
Can you just go back and approve the executive session minutes, please?
For July 14th.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I did not see that on the agenda. I skipped that. Can we?
Yeah. Hold on one second.
Executive?
Yeah. So are they allowed to be public? That was is the bottom line of the question.
Well, we can approve them and hold them.
No, yeah, but no, I don't know if we need to do that.
I don't have a problem with not making them public. The taxpayer involved certainly knows our decision.
Yes.
Well, that doesn't matter. The issue is the issue for keeping them private over.
Well,
That's
well,
a decision that you guys can make.
well, first, let's make a motion whether to
Well,
approve them.
Okay, I make a motion to accept the executive session minutes as printed, July 14th.
Okay,
25.
I'll second. All in favor, Mr. Bryan? You need to say aye.
No, not yet.
Well, yeah, we're just approving them. We're not deciding on making them public.
Okay, all right. I am, yay.
Okay, Mr. Rudden, aye. Now, the question becomes, executive session minutes can be kept private as long as the issue involved is still current.
I don't think that this is, needs to be, kept confidential.
Okay, so are you making a motion, Mr. O'Brien, then
Yeah,
to,
I'm just
to publicly reveal them?
finishing up. Yes, I am making a motion to, release them to the public.
Okay, I will second that. All in favor, Mr. O'Brien,
Aye, aye.
Mr. Rudden, aye, and that is to make public. Because the issue is
Passed.
passed.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is to sign motor vehicle excise commitment number 5 warrant in the amount of $40,181.95.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
make a motion that we, approve the,
commitment number
Warrant.
5. Okay, I will second. All in favor, Mr. O'Brien.
Aye.
Okay, and Rudden, aye. Madam Assessor, should I change the date from 23rd December to
No,
today?
because the bills were mailed out on.
On the
September
23rd.
23rd.
Okay. Just double checking. Thank you. Yay. Okay, next item on the agenda is to discuss the spreadsheet for the senior means tested exemption. For the public's knowledge, every year the Board of Assessors makes a recommendation to the selectmen on what percentage we think they should adopt to match the total amount of circuit breaker, state income tax, circuit breaker income tax credits people have received. We had 24 applicants this year, 23 were qualified. 24 were qualified. The board has consistently done, I believe, 150%.
That the past 2 years.
And last year they decided to, after discussion with our member David Kersey and myself,
David Kurz, yeah.
the board, the select board decided to keep it at 150 so that we could see where it's going. So I would,
It didn't go.
it was at 150 year 1 and 150 year 2. This is year 3.
Okay, so what did we spend in year 1?
That I do not know.
What we spent in year 2?
I don't have the documents for last year. I know we're proposing to spend, if we stick to 150, at 150%, it would be $66,030. Yes, and that is spread against all residential taxpayers. So how many residential taxpayers do we have approximately in town? ballpark.
1,000.
Okay, so if I do a quick calculation, 66,030 divided by 2,000 is $33 per residential household.
But it's based on value.
Based on value, so it'd be less than that, but depending on where
Right.
you are.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's, that's a pure back of the envelope thing. I believe it's been in the order of like less than $20 a taxpayer the last 2 years.
Well.
And it added what, 1 cent to the tax rate? Last year.
it Added 3 cents to the tax rate. The year before was 2 cents.
2 cents. So you have a split rate
So
in
are we
which,
going is the 66,000 increase from last year?
yes,
Because we have more applicants.
which is good. So we had 15 last year.
Okay, I make a motion that we vote to go with the 150% being consistent over the last 3 years.
Okay, I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Brian, Mr. Rudd and I have a question. Do we have yet a board meeting to present this to, a date?
Not as of yet, but I will reach out to Jeremy and send a letter requesting a meeting with the board,
Okay,
which could. I'm supposed to be meeting with the select board for a presentation with Amy regarding the senior and veteran work-off.
okay.
If any member of the board wanted to come to that,
And when is that?
October 15th. And I can request
I would put it on
to
at
see
that
if
date.
we could have this heard to before them as well, so that they can make that decision.
That would make
night as
sense.
Well,
Yeah, why go there twice?
yeah,
Okay.
What was the first the first reason for the meeting with them?
The work off amount for the
Oh,
seniors and vets.
What
Yeah,
are you projecting it to be?
They're requesting 20,000 as a cap.
same as last year.
Yeah,
For this-
last year was 15,
So they're going up.
and so they're going up.
They have more participants.
Yes. So they're requesting to have 20,000 added to.
And that is on top of whatever we say we need for overlay.
Well, yeah.
Correct, 'cause right now I have an approximate that we're gonna need between the exemptions, and this isn't calculating in for the
Abate.
potential abatements or anything.
Right.
Just the work off and the exemptions, it's approximately 143,000. Last year's. So it's gonna go up because FY 25 overlay was 144,000.
Right, and whatever the senior and veterans work off is, goes on top of what we need.
Right,
Right, so it's,
It's an
so
addition.
that'll be,
right, so if we need 140 and they say the 20, it's now 160. But our amount has to go what we say.
right,
And unlike past years, the selectmen do not have the ability to change what we need.
Well, they never had the ability, they just changed it.
Yeah, well, they can't do that. Okay,
Also, the finance committee doesn't have the authority either.
right.
Just one.
It's just so the general public knows, all, with the exception of the senior means tested exemption, all property tax abatements and all senior veterans and any other kind of exemption we give, not auto excise tax, however, but to people, comes out of what's called the assessor's overlay account. And we have to make sure there's enough money in there to cover that, as well as uncollected property taxes. So if we say we need 300,000, 300,000 has to go in. And we'll leave it at that. Correct, Mr. O'Brien?
Affirmative.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is something we did not have a quorum at the last meeting to talk about, we have a request, to try to determine the ownership of a parcel of land next to a parcel known as 112 Oxford Street that has been owner unknown since before the 1950s. And I believe, thanks to the good research effort of our assessor, I can't remember the exact words that you came up with.
Owners unknown,
We want to put it back on the tax roll.
yes.
Okay, let me explain it to people. There's a tiny triangle of land on Route 16, Uxbridge Road, next to property where the owners are known. The only value it would have to anybody would be to the next door owners. However, where the next door owners are trying to determine the ownership of it. If we were to accept it or put it back on the tax rolls, assign a value to it, and a bill goes out and no one pays the bill, the town eventually would have the right to take the property, correct, Ms. Bates?
Yes.
Okay, and the exact procedure is called, you have the general law, I believe.
Yeah, tax title foreclosure.
No, that comes after what we have to do.
Yeah, it's chapter 59, section 11.
And what is that called again?
Called real estate, but within this law,
Okay,
it states that whenever assessors cannot by reasonable diligence ascertain the name of the person appearing of record, the assessors may assess taxes upon property to persons unknown.
okay. So
Okay.
what we're discussing is placing this triangle of land.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah, if I could just explain
Yeah,
it.
okay, you go ahead first.
To basically, under the authority given us by chapter 59, section 11 of Mass General Law, put it back on the tax roll with owners unknown. Now, Mr. O'Brien, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, I'm interrupting you.
No, what question did you have,
Just
sir?
considering that we're talking about changing the ownership of the property. And I'm a little confused because is this the same triangle that Attorney Shabru here sent?
Yes,
Even,
basically,
well, if we're gonna do that, and if you're gonna put it under owners unknown,
well, it is owners unknown. And because of that,
According to all the plans, even the plan state owners unknown.
nothing Attorney Shagru sent us finds any ownership record of it. Basically, whoever owned that triangle, it's lost in the mists of time. And
so we don't have any ownership, even if we went back 100 years.
the last owner, I believe, was pre-1950.
Yeah, pre-1950.
Yeah, basically the late, I could say the name out loud, the late Mr. Quirk,
John,
the father of the current Joe and John, Quirk, believed he had bought it when he bought the property at 112 Uxbridge Street, but it turns out it was not included in any of the deeds and nobody knew who owned it. By putting it back on the tax roll,
where are you putting it back on the tax roll with this motion?
yeah, if we act tonight to put it back on the tax roll, what'll happen is, for the first time in decades, a tax bill would be issued
To who?
to owner unknown, an address unknown. Well, I believe that you were going to sign a street address, Ms. Bates.
I would need to sign it a map block
Right.
parcel and a street address.
Right. A tax bill would be issued in late December. When no one pays that bill, the treasurer collector could then begin foreclosure proceedings to officially give the town ownership of it and then go from there.
And what would the process be after that?
Well, It takes about 3 or 4 years for a court, land court to issue a final judgment that the town takes it, and then the town could put it up for auction to anyone to buy and pay the taxes on. But in reality, a stark reality, given where it is, there's only one
Well,
entity that would be
excluding,
interested.
maybe, but excluding that, we're talking about procedural things. We're not talking about who's gonna end up. with
Correct. The
it.
procedural,
So, the
the
procedure thing is
procedural things are that after a given time period and filing in the registry of deeds in the land court, the treasurer collector could take steps to have the town take it for tax foreclosure. That process could take 2 or 3 years. Once that process ends, the town can then decide to sell it, to keep it on the tax rolls. And they put it out to bid.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's where I was going.
Right, and
That's where I was going. That they must follow the procurement law.
correct,
In the disposal of the land.
correct. So the steps are,
Yeah, I got it, okay. all
right, but just in case
Yeah,
anybody
But I'm
listening.
just saying, that you said everything correctly so far, and I'm just clarifying that last part.
Right, the last part is, at some point, if the town were to take ownership, the town could then offer it by public bid to, say, all the abutters in the area, or just the public at large.
Well,
And the price would be whatever the town deems the price for the land, plus recouping all the costs involved in getting the ownership of it.
well, and you're gonna do that by an auction.
Yes,
It's whatever the person's willing to pay.
correct.
Let me just ask this question about that. I'm looking through the packet here. And I see the land, the land that is. Really, I can't read it. One half, what? Oh, 112 Uxbridge Road.
That's the land next to it.
Yeah. So I'm looking at that and where did this map come from? What is this?
That's it's also the
Yeah,
match.
okay, so I just wanted to make sure that, have these
Yeah.
measurements changed considering all the filling that was done in over there?
No. And basically, it also, the mapping also conforms to the, deeds filed at the Registry of Deeds in Worcester. All the meets and bounds for all the property around it. It
So
also,
how do you, that the property didn't change size because of all of the fill that was brought in?
there was no fill on that piece of land. One,
No, yeah, but I'm talking about currently 112. I'm just currently looking at
no,
where
they,
the 112 is, and then after I go with this,
Recorded for this lot that identifies the meets and bounds of this lot as it appears on the maps.
right, and
So that does.
when was that map created?
we
Just
have,
because they've been filling in the areas, the plan takes precedence as to what the meets and bounds are, and it's all
Meets and bounds
on
of the parcel.
of the parcel.
the plan was filed in 1967, Plan Book 311, Plan 30, August 28th, 1967.
So they didn't make. it any bigger.
Identifies the other properties.
Yeah, I know, I read that. Just, so you're telling me that
They
with all the filling in, that this parcel did not get any bigger
Correct.
because the Nipmuc Drive, what's the name of the,
Nipmuc Drive was
From-
abandoned by the town, and that's what was filled in.
okay, hold on a minute. Now we're going someplace else. So my question is, if Nipmuc Drive was abandoned next to this darkened area, and you
Yeah.
tell me it was filled in? If you're telling me it was filled in, then I'm gonna say that the actual today is bigger than this here is alluding to.
I believe there is a separate deed somewhere for Nipmuc Drive, but I don't know if fill was placed on Nipmuc Drive. I just know it was closed to the public. And it is basically what was Nipmuc Drive now ends at, the parking lot of the, George's Surf and Turf. If you're in Georgia,
Yeah, okay, from that side.
yeah, if you're,
And then from this side, it goes to the turn where it becomes Park Street, because there's a gate across it.
right, it was closed off when it was abandoned by the town.
And because the town abandoned it, didn't mean that the town sold it.
But it doesn't, it's not involved in this issue. The only thing we're talking about
Okay,
is that
yeah,
triangle.
all right, great, except you're very clearly saying things to me,
Yes,
and I'm not fighting you.
I know.
I'm
You're
questioning what?
You're asking questions.
Well, yeah,
publicly.
because I'm hearing that you said that Nipmuc Drive was filled in.
Parts of it were in my opinion, but I
Well,
have,
okay, hold off right there. If that's true, did the town sell the land?
I don't know.
I have no deed for it.
Well, you wouldn't necessarily have a deed for it,
It has to be something recorded at the registry of deeds.
that the town just continued its use.
The town discontinued its use, and if you're in Georgia's Surf and Turf parking lot, you're basically looking up the abandoned road. It's still there.
Okay, but again, I gotta go back to the idea of the town had it at one time as a road.
Correct,
And if the town abandons it, all they're abandoning is the use of it as a road,
correct.
not
They
the
still own
land.
it. Nope, they still own it.
So they still own it.
Yeah, the only part I've seen, I believe you're correct, Mr. O'Brien, that there's a gate across where it connects to Park Drive,
Affirmative.
and the remnants of that road, and I think it's a dirt road now, or was, are still there. And I know if you drove out of Georgia's Surf and Turf parking lot, you could go up at least parts of that. And most of where the fill is not next to the triangle, it's the other lot.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
And that other lot is not owned by the people trying to resolve this issue.
What? Who owns that lot?
God, what's his name from Milford?
Benny?
Benny Pinto. And he's building 2 buildings on it right now. That's where the fill was. Where people saw fill being placed for a couple of years. Yeah,
Yes,
there's 2 foundations there.
yes.
That's Benny Pinto owns that parcel. The parcel going towards Uxbridge next to it.
Yes, I see that.
Right, that's owned by the Quirk family. And the Quirk family is trying to determine the ownership of the triangle adjacent to their lot.
Triangle adjacent to their lot.
Right,
Does that mean this one right down here?
no. Put your finger straight up. I'll show you.
Yeah, got that. So he said next to his lot. So where's that?
This is Quirks, this is Pinto.
See, so Kevin told me something incorrect. Because I pointed it and said, this one where the building is.
That's not a building. That land is vacant. The land where the 2 buildings are going is to the
Right?
right of them on the map.
Okay.
That's the one where
I'm
all
gonna
the
give
fill,
it a B.
that's the one where all the fill
An
came in.
O and an OX.
Okay, hold it up.
Okay, so the triangle is OX.
Yes.
The Uxbridge Road here is O,
O.
and then this one over here is B.
B is owned by Pinto, O is owned by Quirk. And OX is the one, the little triangle, that
Yeah,
trying
I
to
got,
determine
yeah,
ownership.
I still got
Yeah.
that. But I'm just going back to. Okay, what is this in between? A road?
A former road at some point in time.
A former road at some point in time. Do we know that?
But not a formally accepted road. This goes back to when it was all cart paths. That would have been,
Back to what?
when it was cart paths, that would have been part of Thornton Street. That never became part of Thornton Street. You're going back to colonial times.
Yeah, that's fine, I got that.
Be a paper road, but because it's never been solved, it's,
Paper road.
still
Who
has
owns
to-
it?
Probably nobody owns it right now.
Yeah,
Well,
No.
you and I both know somebody owns everything.
Well, by right of adverse possession, someone owns it today. But, you also had 16 was moved in the 50s.
Okay,
When it became a state highway and it was paved and moved in the 40s or 50s,
okay.
that whole thing changed. And that's taken into account on the maps that the Quirk's lawyer provided us. That's where that curve is right there, coming around.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm sure from Uxbridge, I mean, once you go back past 1950, the ownership records are pretty slapdash in New England.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you don't go back and look at them.
Oh, you go back and look. So that's where this triangle came up, where why did it, in the midst of time, there was no deed for it. And somebody might have thought they owned it at one point, but it doesn't show up on anybody's meets and bounds. So that's what we're trying to do, is basically put it back on the tax roll. Even if, God
No,
knows,
we're trying to give it ownership. That's
well,
the
we're trying,
That's the end line, is to give it ownership.
The
to
tr-
somebody.
Yeah, but we.
right, to give it ownership to somebody, but the end goal of that is once it has ownership, it'll be back on the tax roll.
And how big is that? Square feet? Any idea? Just nearest.
I need,
Okay, so,
Maybe.
so it's worth $150 a year in taxes?
Square
I'm
feet,
sorry,
maybe about 20,000.
20,000, oh, that big? That's half an acre. What's an acre valued at in town?
I don't think it's that big.
I didn't think so either, but.
Let me,
Even when it was a quarter, it's still $75,000 in value.
yeah, I mean, basically, we have somebody try to determine ownership. And why would the town care, is eventually we'll get some tax dollars for it. Even if it's $100 a year, we're not getting that
Yeah,
back.
no, I agree that. I'm not rolling over for anybody, no matter who they are and what they say.
Right,
You gotta show me, because I'm from Missouri.
right. But you're New York City.
No, I didn't grow up in New York City. 32 miles from the Empire State Building via Missouri. And Missouri's the show me state.
I used to look off my
So-
front porch at
so-
the Empire State every morning.
So.
But anyway,
About 9,000 square feet.
9,000 square feet?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? A couple of $1,000s of value?
That's it. 9,000 square feet. It's less than a quarter of an acre.
Still get some tax dollars for it.
Yeah, I got that, but it's not always about that. It's us doing the right thing.
And at this point in time, it's not anywhere on the tax rolls, and the only way to start the process to get it on there is for the board to vote to put that parcel on the tax rolls as owners unknown, so that the town can then start sending tax bills out and go through the process of
Okay.
tax title taking and redemption and
Okay.
foreclosure.
Just bear with me one more time.
Yeah.
We're gonna go over the subject of owners unknown.
Yeah,
Yes.
We have no records. We don't know any name
none.
that goes back, I don't care if it was in the 20s.
I did my own search in Worcester County deeds
And,
when we got this package.
yeah,
I can't find that land described anywhere on any deed for Uxbridge Road. I started looking at
yeah.
all
you
the
would-
parcels around to see if any of them claimed it, including the roadway. Can't find it anywhere.
I also have done research on this, and there is no.
I spent a half a day one day. I was bored on the weekend and just started going down the parcels and looking back.
What was Mama Dear doing if he was bored on the weekend? Oh my God. Anyway, we'll leave that
She
out.
was traveling.
Oh, okay, that's why he was bored.
I'm also,
Okay.
I also only have one child left at home. They're all flown the coop except one, so I have lots of spare time now. My children are no longer dictating my life.
Good for you. Who's home, Timmy?
No, Timmy's in Pennsylvania. Mike's in North Carolina, Timmy's in Pennsylvania, Timmy's in Pittsburgh, Maya's at home.
Okay. I don't know if I knew that Tip moved to Pittsburgh. Anyway, okay, fine. Then I make a motion that did we give it a parcel number? Gotta have a
And
parcel
it's
number.
probably going to be what I am looking at doing is 10-236-112A.
All right, I make a motion that parcel number 10-236, parcel A,
112A.
112A.
Do we have a street address? At,
Oh, at 112A Uxbridge.
okay,
14.
I'd have to look on the record card to make sure that there is not Route 114.
Mhm.
let's just go by,
The numbers go that way, right?
let's just go by parcel number then. Which you gave.
Yeah.
10-236-112A,
That is
consistent with the area.
consistent with what has been done in the past.
We don't, it doesn't matter the address.
Correct.
You have the nomenclature.
You will need a street
Procedure
address when the bill
followed.
goes out.
Yeah. But anyway, that parcel number is going to be listed to owners unknown at 20 Main Street.
No, to whatever street address.
And I can put the address as 112A Uxbridge Street as the mailing address on it. Because there'll be no receptacle there,
You'll get it back.
it'll come back.
Okay.
Was that your motion?
Yep. Send it to the address,
Okay, the motion was
to the
to
property.
put the property with property ID number 10 or map ID 10-236-112A under the authority of chapter 59, section 11, to list it as owners unknown with a tax bill to be sent to the address of 112A Uxbridge Road. Mr. O'Brien made that motion. I will second it. All in favor, Mr. O'Brien.
Yeah.
Mr. Rudden, aye. Okay, Mr. O'Brien, do you have anything else to discuss before we adjourn?
We did everything on the,
That is the agenda. Do we have any idea when the fall town meeting is?
November 12th.
Okay,
I thought it was a fall.
that's still technically the fall.
Yeah. Gee.
So we cannot have a tax classification hearing till after that date.
At least a week after that date, I'm sure.
Okay, and you are going to press for that date, correct?
I've been having department head meetings with the town administrator, and I have stated that I would like to have the classification hearing the week after the town meeting,
Okay.
What was the town meeting date again?
November 12th.
And the reason why that's important, in case there's anybody listening, is very simple. The classification hearing is the required legal step prior to the Department of Revenue receiving paperwork that results in them certifying a tax rate. And basically, until they do that, we can't get the tax bills mailed out. Or should I say the treasurer collector can't get them out.
That's right.
And the DOR is under siege at that time by many, many, many of the state's 352 taxing districts to get a tax rate approved. Okay, so we also know that we're shooting for October 15th for the select board vote on the means tested exemption percentage.
They meet on Wednesdays now?
And then on November 12th, the town meeting. Do we have any articles on that town meeting warrant?
We have, I believe there should be one for near map.
Okay.
Oh, to pick up near Matt?
Mhm.
What price did we get?
I put in a placer for 9,000.
That's cutting it close.
What did they actually tell you?
The price quote that I had originally gotten was 8,300.
Yeah, it's by the number of parcels, so you should be, yeah, but I'm double what you have here and I'm at 9,000, so, but
You doubled?
they're adding all these costs, 6,600 parcels. What are you at?
Uh, 2,900,
Yeah,
a little over 20.
2,900 parcels?
but they're, just so you know, they informed me last week in Orlando that they are continuing to jack the price up 9% a year for the next 4 years.
Okay.
I met with the folks there. When I was at the IWL conference.
I got the same number of parcels you did.
Well, it depends on who negotiated in the first place. We got it through ARPA money, so that was high.
Yeah.
And I,
Even
you
if
know,
it's offer money, it's still discounted.
okay, so do we have anything else to discuss, Mr. O'Brien?
Yeah, I really don't, no.
Okay, then I would call for motion to adjourn.
Okay, you know something, I think I'll give you a motion to adjourn. And by the way, if I may say, Mr. Chairman, it was an interesting meeting where we got to really get into the dirt
Yeah.
on some of these things.
Yeah, I would just, before I second your motion, I would add that, you know, an awful lot of what we do for the general public knows is we're basically approving work that has already been done in the day-to-day operation of the assessor's office. This time we actually discussed something in depth, and I appreciated your vigor in discussing it. So I will second your motion to adjourn. All in favor, Mr. O'Brien?
Aye.
Mr. Rudden, aye. And we have adjourned at 6:12 PM.
Okay, thank you.
And how does this mouse work to turn this off? Is the mouse is not moving?
To wake it up.
Oh, thank you.